1 2, mic check 1 2 1 2. This is not financial advice. I just hope you brought your oven mitts, baby, because it's about to get hot in the kitchen. Now, let's start it off by letting us know where you're from in the comments. So what I want you to do is rep your city, rep your town, rep your county, rep your country, rep your nation, baby. Let's get it. Hold up, where my notepad at? For those of you who ain't repping your city, let me know where you from in the comments, baby. And let's get it. Let's go. Oh, I'm breaking stuff. I thought we was about to have Keenan Grace radio up in here. No. I got the notepad up. Hold up. Notepad, you about to make me get my notepad. Let me fix my camera one more time before we break something in this piece, baby. Air horns again. Yo, somebody short the stand that I got my camera on. But here we go. Let's keep it going. I got Chicago in the building. You know we keep it rolling. We keep it real. We keep it raw, baby. Nobody. Let's go. We starting the morning off funny. I like that. So here we go. New York is in the building. We got Detroit in the building. England is in the building too. I love it. Columbus. Oh yeah. Let's go. New Orleans. Let's get it. Connecticut in the building. I see you. Toronto. Let's go. St. Louis. We got, the Canada in the building. I see you, baby. Kansas. Let's go. New York, Detroit. We got New Orleans, Tampa. Come on now. We got Florida, Tennessee in the building. I love to see it. Now, let's talk about it. And let me fix my camera just one more time because I almost knocked the energy out of this camera. Bow. I was about to say, puts on the camera. But we back. No, we ain't back yet. Hold up. All right. We back. All right, cool. So check this out. And let's keep it going. Puerto Rico is in the building too. Now, what I want you to see is, first of all, let's look at AMC. Let's start here. Currently, it's $16.43. When you look at it on the monthly chart, you can see that it swung up like crazy, came down like crazy, right? Let's look at it at a more granular level, and let's see it at the 4-hour chart. We are continuously on this current downtrend with the floor being about 1340. What does that mean? That means that if we break under the floor, you already know we're going into the basement. Some may argue that we are already in the basement, but if you're an ape, you already know what time it is, baby. He said, puts on the camera. Shout out to TJ. Russia is in the building too. I see you. Atlanta, California, we here. Hit the like button on your way in so that we could combat the YouTube algorithm who does not send out the notification to everyone. Some people get it, and now some people don't. So then I had to post. Let's family, take a look at this. You know what? Let me provide you with what I put in the title, and then we'll get into some other stuff. So AMC, currently, this is what's going on with it, right? Let's go and see something else too. Check this out, AMC. And let's see if the Motley Fool has anything to say. And here we go. AMC, good news isn't actually that good. Now, we know the Motley Fool are working hard, allegedly, supposedly, hypothetically, to bash AMC. Even when anything good happens, they can't let it happen. They have to bash it. But remember, allegedly, supposedly, nobody's trying to get sued, right? They just can't let it happen. So now, there are so many good things going on in general in the stock market, but you may be bogged down by hearing things about just companies who, how can I put this? Because again, I'm seeing a lot of fear in the stock market. I'm seeing a lot of people saying they're selling out. I'm seeing a lot of people saying they're done. A lot of people saying they letting it go. Let's transition really quickly because I wanted to show you this. This is something that I wanted to get to. I'm just going to get it out. And I wanted to just say this. Take a look. I posted a video yesterday, and this is for my Shiba new people. And I want you to see this before I even get to the AMC stuff too. I just want to just share this with you. Somebody asked me a question, and shout out to Norman. No disrespect, Norman, but I want to address your question, right? Because this is a common, what I would describe as a misconception, right? So here we go. It says, metaverse land, isn't that like using monopoly money to buy stuff? And he said he hasn't grasped it yet. So then let's see what's going on. Basically, yesterday I made a video, and we were talking about how there's a catalyst for Shiba Inu that, again, I'm not going to tell you to buy, hold, or sell, but I will give you the facts so you can be the judge. And they said just yesterday that they have the metaverse story and it's just beginning, and they introduced lands, right? Introducing basically Shiba Inu lands where you could buy metaverse related land, right? And people are saying, are you using like monopoly money? This is the same thing that they said about credit cards when they first came out. They were saying that, isn't this like not using real money? It's just numbers on the screen. It's not actually cash, right? And you have to think that things are worth what people are willing to buy them for, family. That's what things are worth. I'm trying to fix this camera because I knocked it down by accident earlier. But that's what's important. So they were saying the same thing about credit cards when they first came out. They said the same thing about Bitcoin when it came out. And look at it now. Whenever you become, and I'm not saying Norman is, but whenever you become into a mind state where you get to be in a naysayer, you get left behind the curve and you get to watch everybody else make money. Now, again, real people are spending real money on this. There was a virtual real estate plot that sold for $2.4 million, right? Somebody bought a house next to Snoop Dogg's house in the Snoopverse for over $500,000. Why are they doing this? The New York Times said it perfectly. They said that it's all about what? Check this out. Investors snap up metaverse real estate and virtual land boom. And why are they doing this? Because it's all about location, location, location. You have to understand when you get into, let's call it the metaverse. Let's say that all of us get into the metaverse, right? Let's look up a hypothetical thing, right? And let's say that they build a metaverse and everybody's out in there. Now, I'm trying to think of a video game that most people may have played, but I can't. So whatever. So let's think of it like this. So let's say metaverse. And let's look up like a example. I'm just going to make something up. Hopefully nothing crazy pops up. This is the internet. You know how it goes. Right? Let's say we got the metaverse Las Vegas or something. Imagine. Let's say that this is the most entertaining or big arena or big area where people are spawning in and everything like that. And you can get your NFT shop right next door. You have to pay for that location, right? You have to literally pay for that location. That's a great example. I'm glad somebody said that, right? I'm glad somebody said that. But Mario, that's a good one. That's a really, really good one. Mario. Okay, let me try. I'm going to try to use your example. But if you were selling things in the metaverse, like merch. So watch this. We talked about Roblox, for example. Roblox merch, in-game purchases, right? In-game purchases. You can buy things in Robux in the real world or in Roblox. Like let's say you wanted to be a pirate in Roblox, right? This is like the first metaverse. And let's say you wanted this hat. You have to pay for this hat, right? This hat isn't free. The shirt isn't free. And even sometimes you get certain weapons or tools and they are not free, but you could get them like something, whatever this is. And people are actually buying these things in the metaverse, right? Okay, so imagine this. Let's use Mario as an example. Let's use Super Mario. Right? Let's use Super Mario as an example. And let's say that you can build a home in this, what we're going to call metaverse for the example, right? Notice that Mario like pops in to the game, like right over here. What if you could put your store right here in the beginning of the game where everyone is popping in? That's where you're going to make a lot of money versus at the end of the game where some people aren't even going over there because they can't get there, right? Or they don't know how to get there. So you got to think it's all about location, location, location. As soon as you pop in the game and it's easy for you to get to this location, then that's why you would see people starting to buy stuff. Now, for this particular reason, and I said this yesterday, the Snoopverse example is perfect. Snoop Dogg is developing a Snoopverse, and someone just bought property in the virtual world, almost $500,000. Where did he buy it? It says the NFT collector bought land next door to Snoop Dogg's house. So imagine you go into the Snoopverse. Let's say that there's 1 million people who go into the Snoopverse metaverse. What they're going to do in this case is they're going to say, yo, everybody is going to Snoop Dogg's house. This is where all of the main events are. And then you live right next door. When people veer off, it's much easier for them to just go over to where you are selling in-game things. Maybe you have Ethereum purchases or Ethereum transactions, SHIB new transactions, whatever, right? Snoop Dogg, whatever kind of coin he has, transactions. That's what I want you to understand, and that's what I want you to see. It's important to understand that it's all about location, location. I'm not saying go and buy metaverse land, but I do want you to understand that it's extremely important to understand that it's not monopoly money. You could argue the same thing about gold just being a rock. You could say that, okay? You said this is the first live stream. You got the notification. Let's go. But I've been on for like a few minutes already, like 10 minutes. But it is what it is. Hit the like button, family. Let's try to get it. Asiri, you're in the building. Let's go. And, let's get it. So here we go. Let's get the likes up. till we need at least 800 likes, family. You know how we got to battle that algorithm. And I appreciate y'all for keeping the lights on. Shout out to Lamar for the super chat. Cameron Stanley said this. Shout out to you for the super chat as well, family. Keeping the lights on in this piece. Let's get it. Hold up. Different color. Bam. So here we go. We got this. Good morning, everyone. Just wanted to shout out that Ortex tickers, AMC, Gamestop, and Prague are showing 100% utilization. Okay. So that's interesting. And let's go back to AMC and let's check out Stonko tracker on AMC. And let's look at the shares available to borrow as of right now. So it says the market's open in a little bit, but there are 1.3 million shares available to borrow. So the utilization, he's basically saying that they're using all of the shares that they borrowed, but there are still more shares for them to borrow so they can continue to try to short this into oblivion. What? The big dog, the beast, the banger, AMC Entertainment. So we see that the people who are buying calls for the 11th, February 11th, are getting smoked. The people who are buying puts are, they're not really getting smoked. There are more winners here than over here. So the people who are betting against it largely, not all, but largely are winning. And the people who are betting with it are losing. However, we already know what time it is. We already know how they're moving in this game. So it is what it is. You understand? And you said just stating facts. I don't know what you said, family. Oh, right. You can't change monopoly money into cash. That's another thing, too. For example, like Roblox, you can change that into cash. Cryptocurrency, you can change that into cash. Has the news been released about SHIB yet? Check my last video, Natasha. I got you. They're saying it's a glitch. It's not updated yet. Let's take a look. We'll see. But let's go. It's the morning, family. Come on now. Let's get to 800 likes too. We got to get there. You said Rockstar Games Metaverse will be epic. That would be interesting. Sounds crazy. He said they forgot their reading glasses or my notepad. I got to chill with the notepad. In the beginning of the video, I basically started to knock my camera around. Okay, so let's get back over here to the market before it opens. And let me X out of this. No disrespect, Norman. I just had to show everybody what you're talking about. So here we go. Let me X out of this as well. Because again, what's going on? What's the news? Just on Shiba Inu, Metaverse story. Basically, they're introducing Shiba Inu lands. Check my last video so you can see the whole details on that. All right, I'm X out of that. And then let's keep it going. Let's get to the charts. Family, I want to put another tool in your toolbox. So let's do this. And can I get some? I want to see some headphones in the chat. Headphones in the chat, baby. Here we go. I always want to put a tool in your toolbox. So let's look this up. Options. Straddle. I want to teach you about a strategy called the option straddle. Now, it works like this. The straddle is an option strategy involving the purchase of both a put and a call option with the same expiration and the same strike price on the same underlying security. So what are we doing? We're looking up a straddle, and I'm going to explain to you why some people do it. It's an option, which is a now two-legged option, where it involves the purchase of both a call and a put of the same exact strike in the same exact expiration. Now, let's simplify that. Let's go to our calculator, and I'll show you how this makes sense. Imagine that you buy a call for $100, and then you go and buy a put option for $100. You are now totally in this play for $200, right? You bought a call, you bought a put, right? One of them is going to go one way. The other one is going to go the complete opposite way. But let's say that your call here goes to 0. Let me try to see. 0 plus, I got to X out of this. You have 100 and 100. Now let's say that your put option, for example, goes to 0. One of them went to 0. But what if the other one went so crazy that it went to 300? Now you have 300 plus 0. You see what I'm saying? So you turned 100 into 3, and you turned 100 into 0 because you were playing it both ways. So in this case, you would make 300 minus the 100 you lost, because one of them is going to lose. Either the call is going to lose or the put is going to lose. So in this case, you made 300, you lost 100, you up 200, you would think, right? But remember, you put 200 in the game, so you really are just up the 100. You would have made $100 almost guaranteed if the volatility was there. You would need the volatility to be there. So If the volatility wasn't there, then you could get to the point where both of these are losing some. Does that make sense? You said for the same strike? Yes. Same strike, same date. So I wish I could have a different, like somewhere I could write, like a notepad or something. I don't know how to, this is a Mac. I never even did that before. So I don't know where I could use a notepad or something where I could just write, oh, I got a notepad right here. But I mean a virtual one. So here we go. Let's go to, I don't know. Let's go to Google Docs. Hopefully, maybe you'll be able to see it. So blank. Check this out. Let's say you got a $100 call, $100 for a call, $100 for a put. Your total is $200 that you want to play. Boom. This is your maximum risk. $200. You could totally lose it, right? Let's say that this call runs to 300. AKA a $200 profit. $200 profit. Right? Your call runs to 300. In this case, your put is probably getting smoked. So your put is probably going to go to 0. Your put is getting smoked. So you lost 100. Right? AKA a $100 loss. Right? You got a call. So this is a straddle. You need extreme volatility for something like this to work. I mean, you need something to either shoot up one way far or shoot down one way far. And then one of them will go so crazy that it ends up paying for the other one. Even the total loss. Right? So now you got 200 in profit and 100 in loss. So then profit minus loss equals your 200 minus your 100. And boom, you are up $100 on the play. But you profited on extreme volatility. This is when this works. And the same thing could have been true the other way. What if the put was running and then the call got smoked? As long as the volatility is there, then you make a lot of money. So now let's look at plays. And let me see. Let me make sure you can see this. Here we go. Let me make sure you can see this well. And again, I want to just put this tool in your toolbox. What is it called? It's called a straddle. A straddle option involving the purchase of both the put and the call for the same expiration date and the same strike of the same underlying security. How do you judge the volatility? So that's a great question. Let's go to something that's very volatile. What do I mean by volatility? I mean this thing shoots up a lot and it comes down a lot, right? You don't really know what direction it's going to go, but you know it's going crazy. So check this out. We're looking at DWAC, for example. This is one of the most volatile stocks on the market. Let's say, oh, here's a great example, right? Let's go to Netflix. Perfect example. Something that may fall off of a cliff or may shoot to the moon. Family, this is called earnings time. When you get close to an earnings time, then you like, man, I don't know if I should get a call and play the call or get a put and play the put. Okay. So in some instances, make sure you do your own research before you just jump into anything. You may get a straddle. And then, you know what? Let's say you got a $100 call and what you think is going to go up. And then you got a $100 put. Guess what? This put would have printed and it would have covered the loss that you made on the call. And then you would have been good money. You said it's simple. You can lose on both. You can lose on both if the volatility is not there. With options, there is always risk. That's why you got to always do your research. But that's how you can play. That's a new option strategy that I wanted to just put in your toolbox for you so you can use. Now, let's keep it going. And again, the only way that you can really lose on something like this is if the volatility is not there. Like, for example, let's go to something like, let's look at Ford. The volatility is there now somewhat. But look at this. Let's say that you were trying to play a straddle and Ford was doing this. right? From here to about here. Like it's doing this. It's consolidating, trading sideways. Then you would be getting smoked on your straddle because it's not shooting up and it's not shooting down. So understand. That's how I want you to just understand that and just boom, put that in your toolbox. Bow. And then you'll be all right, baby. So now let's keep it going. And I got to sneeze. That's making me think. Is the short sellers starting to sell AMC? Oh, let's go. Let's go. AMC family, AMC apes. We got a little bit of a pump. We love to see it. We got a little bit of a pump up to 17. You said always looking out. Thank you. I got you. Always. You said thank you so much. I got you again. Straight up. You said when you straddle, do you let one thing run as long as you can? No. Straddles are particularly a get in, a get up, and then get out of that. Can you jump out of one? Yes, you can jump out of one. If you buy it that way, for sure. Yep, AMC is coming back down a little bit, but it's showing strength. So what we should start to see is, like we were talking about, I got to X out of some of these tabs. Let me just X out of all of these tabs so I get some space. I probably shouldn't X that one out, but I'll leave it alone. It is what it is. So here we go. Boom. X. Stonko tracker. We should start to see some of these calls go in the money. Let's go. Let's go. When we started this, there were how many? There were 20,000 calls in the money. And now there's 40,000 calls in the money. I don't know exactly what. It might have been 26,000. But now there are 40,000 calls in the money. And there are now 22,000 puts in the money. And before, this one was 30. And look how easily and quickly this one overtook it. So we love to see it. Now, I will say this. With AMC being such a high risk options play, right? Those who are running options on AMC, I hope that they decide to take profit and don't feed the hedge funds with all of these huge losses. I hope they decide to do that. Now, let's go check out Gamestop, which we have not looked at too much in the past, in the recent past. Let's go. I love to see it. Straight up. I love to see it. Let's check out BAC, see if we can find them on Webull again. Oh, now they're back. The other day they weren't. Nope, it wasn't working out. So I got my eye on this one on the watch list over on the Discord. You said AMC FOMO buying? Remember, never let the highs get you too high and never let the lows get you too low. But we love to see this. And you could only imagine that the FOMO buyers are here in the building and they're trying to go in on this run. We love to see it. And with it going closer to 18, we should probably see even more calls in the money. Right now, 46 or 40,000. Let's see if we get to 41. Let's see if we get to 41. Not yet. Not yet. It's still loading in. You said which stock is good to buy options off? You're looking for volatility. One of the ones that you got to know what you're doing. But I would say things that are kind of consistent are like Ford. Ford is pretty consistent. If you learn the channel, you make sure that you go and learn before you do it. Make sure also you try to look at something like the SPY, which is pumping. We love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. You know what I heard was pumping? End phase. Oh my goodness, it was. It's still up 16% on the day, but let's see what happened. It's coming down a little bit after a huge run from 136 all the way to 183. Oh yeah, family, it's been so long. Could we get some tears in the chat for the people who started shorting AMC at $13? Could we get some cheers in the chat? Yo, Anthony, shout out to you, big dog. Much love for the super chat. Keeping the lights on in this piece. Let's get it. And could we get some tears in the chat, baby? It's been so long. It's been so long. I'm going over to the chat right now to put some tears in the chat. Here we go. Tears in the chat. Gotta do it. Let's go. So end phase is coming down a bit, but notice this thing rocketed up like nearly $50. Yeah, let me see if I still got that button right here. Here we go. Let me see. RIP to the short sellers of AMC who tried to start shorting it to try to get it into the single digits back when it hit 13, 14. back here. When was this? This was on January 28th. So literally like not even 2 weeks ago. Now they're getting smoked. So again, may they rest in pieces. We have no respect for them. May they rest in pieces, baby. Come on. It's been so long. Tears in the chat. They're getting smoked. They try to shake us out, but they couldn't do it. We know what time it is. We know what time it is. And you know what? Just for fun. Just for fun. He said, you funny for real? Yo, let's go and just double check on the one, the only, the Motley Fool, and see what kind of ridiculousness that they're saying. Because again, they would have told you to sell out at 13. So let's see. AMC News. It's funny that when you type in AMC News, this is what pops up. The Motley Fool who wanted you to sell out when it was low. They just can't help it. Here go the key points. We didn't even got to read their whole article. But again, allegedly, whatever. So December box office was big figures, right? And it has not persisted into January. To my knowledge, January is usually a weak box office in general. This is why movies come out in the holiday season in December, right? Because this is one of the hottest times, right? So let's check this out. So that's one of their points. So first of all, your point one is dumb.
Stop the cap.
All right, let's check this out. December box office figures have not persisted into January. Let's take a look. Lowest box office months. January and February. So I literally, a quick Google search would have answered this question for whoever wrote this article. No, James. No disrespect, James, but come on now. Come on now with that. My guy said, let me zoom in for those of you, like I know, y'all don't bring your reading glasses. He said, December box office. This is why AMC's good news isn't actually that good. December's box office figures have not persisted into January. You could have went back 50 years and you could have said that same thing. This is called a nothing burger or a nothing statement. So family, imagine this. Imagine I was to say, you know what? Water is wet. You didn't learn nothing here, right? You didn't figure anything out here. You didn't say anything new with that. Domestic audiences, basically there are smaller periods in which they go to the movies in January and February. So nothing burger. Here we go. So investors should remember the movie theater business was on the defensive before COVID. Okay. But you can say the same about many other businesses as well, right? You can say the same thing about many other businesses before the pandemic. You could even look back in time and say, watch this. Not to compare Tesla or not to compare Amazon to a movie theater, but just because something is on the defensive, that means almost nothing. So check this out. When you go back in time and you look at Amazon in 2018, the internet was full and booming, right? It dropped from 2000 all the way to 1300. Amazon was looking like it's on the defense. What? Come on. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? This is 2018. The internet was full, booming. Everybody had Prime. Everybody still has Prime. But let's keep talking about it and let's keep it going, family, because some of this is just ridiculous. And the lie detector determined.
Lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Point two. Many other industries were on defensive before the pandemic. Oh, right. And you could argue that you just said in your first point defeats your second point. December's box office figures have not persisted. So you're telling me December box office figures was crazy. This is even during the pandemic. So we don't even care about pre-pandemic when we were still killing it in the pandemic. Okay, let's get it. So check this out. And it says shares of AMC may already be fully priced where they are with respect to recovery, right? So they're telling you that, and we have the pleasure of hindsight, right? Because we are now in the future. This article was written 2 days ago. They said the price, it was fully priced in, AKA let it go now. The price is already there. It's already where it's going to go. And then we find out that it's up 5% today. So if you would have let it go, when they wanted you to let it go, let's see where you would have let it go. 14. You would have let it go at 14 2 days ago, and you would have got smoked. They want you to sell into the fear. And what do you do when you sell into the fear? You add to it, and then you make more fear. So if they would have got us all, the mainstream media, the powers that be, that run everything, if they would have got us to sell, then what would have happened was we would have basically been adding to this fear, and then this floor, this support, and let's be clear, 14 is a huge support level. Look at this. Look at the confirmations. Look at the confirmations. Let's put our support level right down here. Now, it's not perfectly clean because it's the charts, and there are limit orders that trigger at specific spots that change things in a specific way. But check this out. We got one support on this line, one confirmation, 2, 3, and just about 4 confirmations at this $14.75 line. Right? So you understand me? We got to really pay attention. And look, another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 confirmations, 5 bounces off of this line. Have you guys ever heard of this? And again, please, universe, don't let anything crazy pop up. I'm going to look up double top, but I'm going to try not to look it up just straight because something crazy might pop up. I'm going to look up double top stock market, stock pattern. That's even better. Okay, good. I think we're good. All right, cool. Woo! All right, so check this out. Double top on the stock market. This is when you have a first peak, a second peak, and then you have a neckline, right? There's a resistance line up here, but there's the opposite, which I really didn't want to look this up, but it is what it is. It's called double bottom. But we're looking up the stock pattern, right? So again, please, PG. Let's keep it PG. This is a family show. Okay? So we got double bottom right here. The stock bottoms. The stock bottoms again. Look at this. We have our double bottom right here. Doesn't this look almost eerily similar? Look, 1, 2, and then we rocket it up. But we had even more confirmation than that because we have basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the Motley Fool wanted you to basically go over. Come on, y'all killing me in the comments right now. I'm trying to, come on. Let's keep going, baby. Y'all killing me in the comments right now. I swear I love y'all. Yo, we have such a good time just learning. I'm telling you, it's funny, but we learn at the same time. Okay. Yeah, all right. All right, fix your bow tie, everybody. Look, fix your bow tie, get your notepad. All right, we good. We in the building. So you seen all of these different bottoming out points. And then what they wanted to do was they wanted to tell you 2 days ago on the 7th, basically 3 reasons to basically get up out of there why the AMC, the news isn't actually good. So let's say that you did want to sell. I'm not saying you should. You do what you do. But if you did want to sell, listening to them, they would have got you out allegedly, supposedly, hypothetically, at the worst time to get out. And guess what? I'm not having that. Straight up. I'm not having that. Okay. So, and let's come on and let's keep it going, family. Could we hit the like button? Could we get this to 1,500 likes? You already know. Come on now. Y'all gotta chill. So here we go. Let's go back and let's zoom out a bit. And let's just see where do we see this going on the day. So right now we're finding resistance at a really, really round number. What do I mean by that? I mean this, 1750. This is telling us that a few things. There could be high frequency trading, algorithms who are saying, look, 1750, boom, when you get to this number, sell it here, right? Where they're selling it and buying it in quick succession, like thousands of trades in like a second because it's computers doing it, right? So check this out. We're all the way up here, 1750. There could also be limit orders, high frequency trade orders, limit orders, and many different things like that that are pushing it down. But what we want to see is that the buying pressure overtakes it. But we shall see as time goes on. But what am I doing right now? I'm holding straight up, straight up. You said, should you average down on Palantir? So I'm in a Palantir leap for 2023. Now, there are many ways you can do this. I'm currently down on it, but I have a whole lot of time. There's a few ways you can go about this. You could average down. Would I average down now? Right now, no. Right now, I wouldn't, because I got so much time. You could average down, or you could roll into a lower strike, right? Let's say you got a 20 strike or a $25 strike or a 30 strike or whatever. You could roll by selling it and then getting into a lower strike with the same profit, or not the same profit, actually the same remaining principal, because you would be at a current loss, but you would roll into a more high opportunity of winning. But it's still a whole lot of time, and that's what we love to see. Straight up. You said you bought BAC at 45. If you're holding it long term, don't imagine it'll pump up crazy like a growth stock, but it will be somewhat stable in your portfolio. All right, so now let's see. Netflix is looking like it's trying to show some weakness down here, family, at this $400 level, right? It's really, really looking like it's trying to show some weakness. Let's look at it on the day chart just to see if we're trading under the 200 average. Let's bring our averages in. Let's bring our moving average in. Yeah, so the averages crossed over. A lot of them, they're crossing over. And this is showing, yeah, really, really tough weakness on the day chart. Let's look at the MACD on the day. MACD on the day actually turned up, which is signifying uptrend. I appreciate you for the super chat, family. Much love. Shout out to you. Keeping the lights on in here, baby. Let's go. What color are we now? We blue. Let's go green. Bow. All right, Keenan, he said, you live in the UK and you believe eToro is going to mess up the AMC apes? Do I believe it? So let's think. I don't think any one entity could mess it up, but the collective is what we have to worry about. But again, we are trying to be an opposing collective to them and stand up for what's right. Gary Gensler speaks about meme stocks at 10 a.m. Yeah, family, so be on the lookout for that. Definitely. Definitely. Keenan the GOAT, much love. Hit the like button. Let's go. Yeah, please hit that like. Let's get it to 1,500 likes. We right there. You say you knew it was green? Oh, yes. Sens. Let's check them out. SENS. So they have a really, really, really tough resistance line, which is going to be over here. But if they break, let me get my horizontal line, my good old friend horizontal line, bow. At about 4, a little bit over 4. That's what you got to watch out for. So that's what we hope that it gets there, but it's showing a little bit of weakness before then. Yeah, family, definitely join the Discord. We had such a good conversation yesterday just about the mindset of being able to buy long term, basically to be able to hold, and how you really could become a millionaire on a regular income. I'm talking like you don't have to be an athlete, you don't have to be an entertainer, you don't have to be anything like this, and you could really become a millionaire. We was having such a great conversation. If you was there for that voice chat, I want to appreciate you and love you. I appreciate that. Okay, so now let's keep it going. AMC, like we said, it showed some weakness up at that 1750 level. We want to see, though, because what we're seeing right now, this orange line, this is the 50 period moving average. We want to see if it's going to bounce off of it and use it as a support consistently. But if it breaks under, then it would just break the first line of defense, or actually the second line of defense. The first line would have been this 20, but then the second line would be this 50. He said Snap had a slight pump yesterday. That's what I'm talking about. I hope you got in, got up, and got out. Yep, great comp. Yeah, I'm telling you, family. You saw the Discord voice chats recorded. When we do a voice chat, so everybody who's new here in the Discord, so you know how, and again, I don't want to belittle what people are doing for their hustle, but you know how like people are charging people thousands of dollars or whatever to talk to them and this and that. I get on the Discord, I get in a voice chat, and we just have a big phone call where everybody could ask questions and we could just chop it up and then talk about the markets, talk about all of the psychology of how you use specific. You could talk to me directly. You understand? So this is for the Discord fam. This is how we rocking out. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, some people aren't worth spending $1,000 to talk to. You be the judge of that. But I do want to say that, you know, I appreciate the family. So then I get in there and I try to teach and educate and keep it going just like that. So then you could see that I'm on the ground. I'm in the trenches with you. And I'm not trying to dig every dollar out of your pocket. That's not who I am. I've never been that kind of person. Now, I will say one day when I'm totally out of the game and I'm not doing this every day, day in, day out, hustling and grinding, right? And I might take the options class, which in the technical analysis class, I'm working on that right now, so I can have it out mid-February, right? I might take these and then sell them as a whole package, right? But I'll be totally out of the game in the far future. I'm grinding, you know what I'm saying? So then other than that, I might also start doing some consultations where, you know, people just call me up, spend some money because I'm out of the game. But if you want me to step out of retirement, you know what I'm saying? Step the flip flops out of retirement because you know I'm not wearing no shoes in the house, right? Step the flip flops out of retirement, and then boom, we could talk. But that'll be way in the future. But for now, it's all on the Discord for the family. Straight up. Straight up. Yeah, don't worry about me going anywhere though. I'm here. I'm grinding day in, day out. Straight up. For the family, I'm here always. One thing that I always do is you know me, I show up. I show up if I can. If I can, whether I catch the pandemic. And the reason I try to do this is because I want to set an example for those of you that may need to see somebody who is grinding, right? Somebody who is grinding. For real. Because you got to believe in yourself first. You got to believe in yourself first, baby. Everything that you want to do, you can do. And I totally believe that. But you got to put your mind to it, and you got to stick to the discipline that it takes. 50% likes, Don DeMarco. Let's go. Let's go. All right, and let's also check out a few other things. So, you said do a class on the SHIB verse. As it rolls out, you know I got you. I did a video talking about some of the ins and outs of it just yesterday, so check that out. But I got you, family. And I appreciate y'all giving me my flowers. Yo, come on now. That's love. That's love, always. Always love. Okay, so now, let's see. I'm looking at a few things here. On the Discord, I showed you I'm looking at the Bank of America for a potential option. We're looking at the volatility. If we see some strength at certain levels, you know I got it on the watch list in the Discord, so check that out. If we see some strength at certain levels, it'll give us a signal that we could get some calls. But if we see some weakness at certain levels, it'll give us a signal that we should get a put. Right now, it seems like we are hovering in the middle of those two things, right? You never want to rush, ever. Yo, he said, thanks for your help and your info. Yo, ho, yo, you, my guy, Morenzo George. That's crazy, big dog. That's love. Yo, I gotta hit Don DeMarco again. That's real, big dog. Much love for you. Appreciate you for that. And I'm telling you this, one thing I want y'all to understand is when you keep it real with the people, when you touch down with the people, when you talk with the people, you get love and you get what you give. You see what I'm saying? You get what you give in this world. Straight up. But I appreciate you, my guy. Everybody, can we put some 100s in the chat for Morenzo George? Shout out to you, family. We gonna love on you, and we appreciate you for the love. Because again, I told y'all the other day that the reason that I'm able to speak out on certain things, like for example, you know, I'll go on Fox Business News. Like they'll have me on Fox. Like you literally go to Fox, the website, right? And I'm on there. And I've been on there like 3 times. This is right. I've been on there a few times. You go on Fox. I still, for whatever reason, I still can't get verified on Twitter. I still can't get verified on Instagram, even though I've been on the news, national news, a few times, right? Whatever, though. The reason I could go on here and say what I say and, you know what I'm saying, get potentially canceled by YouTube and blah, 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 and when they try to demonetize me is because of people who show me love because I show love. Where I told y'all that YouTube sent me a message saying after manually reviewing my videos, then what they're looking at is I'm still eligible to earn revenue from YouTube Premium, right? So I'm getting emails like this. Not every one, not every video. Let's keep it consistent. You know what I'm saying? However, just know they sending me these kind of messages. So then when I get love from y'all like that, I just know that what I'm doing is pure. Purer than what YouTube is trying to offer me. So shout out to y'all. And Morenzo, George, you see everybody. And if I'm saying your name incorrectly, big dog, no disrespect. I just never heard you said out loud. But you see the family loving all you in here. 100s in the chat. Let's go. I'm telling you, family, if you If you tell the truth too much, some people ain't gonna like it. People like the beautiful lies. They love them. And we ain't having that. I'm not having that. Man, let's keep it going, family. So, AMC, we back up to the 17. Like I said, we're finding some support at this 50 moving average. This 50 period moving average. Let me walk you through. And you see that the MACD on 1 minute is about to cross up a little bit. We have our orange signal line. We have our MACD about to cross up just a little bit here too. Let's look at the RSI and see if the RSI is overbought or oversold. Where is it? It should be relatively flat. You said, can we make a deal to get you verified on Twitter? We have a package. People who help people get verified for a price. I don't know if that's legit, big dog. So here we go. Check this out. But no disrespect. I just don't know. So here we go. The RSI is 58. And then we got the MACD crossing over a tad bit. A tad bit. We're bouncing off of the 50 period moving average. Is the hoodie logo an NFT? That's a great idea. We were talking a little bit about that, but that's actually a great idea. The only thing too is this. I never want to come up off of the backs of the people. You know what I'm saying? I want to come up with you. I don't want to come up off you. That's why I said we going to the promised land. I'll see you there. That type of thing. I want to come up with you, not off you. I never want to just be taken away from you. You understand me? So here we go. We're looking at AMC and we see that we actually see some positive momentum. We want to see it break past the sell wall of what? The sell wall of 1750. That's what we're looking to see. If we could break past that. The MACD crossed over. The RSI is not 70. So these are two positive indicators for upward momentum, unless the short sellers come in and try to smack everybody out of nowhere with what? With all of the shares that have, first of all, 100% utilization. All of the shares they borrowed, they just borrowed what, 100,000 more shares. They just borrowed that. So we know what they're trying to do. They're getting ready to try to add some selling pressure, which they may have already done right here, but the buying is overtaking it. So I love to see it. Straight up. Straight up. And look, our indicators is working out so far where we got 3 of them. We bounced off of the 50, the MACD crossed over, and the RSI is not oversold, at least on the minute chart. And then we see it pump. But we want to see if we could break past this sell wall right up here. Now, let's go check out Ortex. And, you know, Ortex, if you're watching this, no disrespect, but I did not buy your service because you post on Twitter. So here we go. Ortex AMC. Maybe one day. Oh, my guy, the Master Investor, posted, so I trust his post for sure. 100% utilization. This might be AMC or GameStop. Let's see what he said it was. He tagged both. Ortex, your AMC and GME utilization data is 100%. That's interesting. Vic said the same thing. Here we go. 23 hours ago. Even though this probably changed, but let's see. Let's look at the data. So it says 21.76% short interest. Yo, Clay, that's funny. He said they're going to hang the flip-flops and a bow tie in the rafters. That's funny. Yo, just so you understand the joke, shout out to you. When they retire your jersey, they retired Michael Jordan's jersey, and they hang them up. They hang them up, and they retire your number sometimes too. That's funny. They can retire. Family, you're gonna come to the kitchen one day, and they gonna have the oven mitts up hanging in the raft. That's funny. That's funny. All right, let's keep it going though, family. Just straight up. Well, okay, where was I? So I was here, where we're looking at many indicators and trying to see if they hold. So far, we got a few indicators of positive upward momentum. So we love to see it. Yo, y'all killing me. Y'all killing me, man. Okay, here we go. They said people retiring their jersey. Listen, I'm trying to be the LeBron of the game in terms of just staying in for a long time and being consistent for a long time. That's what's important. He said, you're not going to close your page like Meet Kevin did anytime soon. Meet Kevin closed his page. I don't know why. Maybe he has a good reason. Maybe he doesn't. I have no idea about that. Maybe it's not. Who knows if it's even true? I have no idea. If you know, you know. What I do is I stay away from all of the YouTube drama. I see a lot of it, but I avoid it because I want you to understand this. There's no good reason to argue with people on the internet. It just don't work. It just don't work. Charles said it's busting. What's busting? How do you get some merch? The link is in the bottom under the video. Yeah, I don't know. They say, listen, I don't know nothing about that. I stay away from it. I don't argue with people on the internet. I don't do these reaction videos. Maybe one day you'll catch me doing it, but if I do, make sure you steer me in the right direction and say, Keenan, none of this internet beef, none of this internet arguing. Bop, bop, bop. Steer me in the right direction, family. This is about making money. This ain't about beefing on the internet. You understand? We ain't having that, and we ain't doing that. Shout out to Brownie. Shout out to Brownie. Major shout out to Brownie. Okay, let's check out some of the news on AMC. And let's see what's going on. So it says AMC creates VP position to oversee popcorn business expansion. Let's look for this exact article so we can see it in color. Hold up. Why didn't that copy? Let me try again. Copy. All right. Yahoo Finance. Let's see what they're saying about AMC. So they posted this at 7 a.m. today. AMC Theaters welcomes Ellen Kapopkin. I don't know if I'm saying her name wrong or right or whatever, but in a newly created position, Vice President of Growth Strategies. So we would love to see her kill it in this job. Vice President of Growth Strategies. And it says AMC Theaters, we make movies better. Now, come on now. I'm not even going to destroy her name like that. If you're watching this, no disrespect. I've never heard your name said out loud. And I never put the time in to try my hardest to try to pronounce it. I want to say Kapap. Yo, hold up. Yo, Kapapkin, man, I'm leaving it alone. So it says he brings more than 20 years of experience, including long tenured stops at high profile brands. So she's from Frito-Lay and hottest brands where she led innovation in brand management and growth channels. Now, again, shout out to her. Shout out to her. However, I will say, Frito-Lay been very similar in a long. Kopapkin. Come on now. Kopapkin. I can't. Kopakin. We going with that. I'm seeing Kopakin. Yo, we just gonna call her the popcorn lady, man. We gonna call her the popcorn lady. So the popcorn lady, right? She's from Frito-Lay. She worked with some of the hottest brands. Kopakin. That's what they saying. Right? And according to this Weeble News right here, when we click it, it says that AMC creates vice president position to oversee popcorn business expansion. They want to expand it. Kopakin. I'm seeing Kopakin. Kopakin. Yo, y'all killing me. Listen, again, we got to stop because we can't be laughing at people's names. Because what if they see this and they don't like, and they feeling bullied? We ain't gonna do that. All right, we leave it. We're gonna let it go. We're gonna let Kopakin. If you want to talk to me, we could talk. I'm just playing around, just laughing with the family. We just having fun while we learn. Right? Okay. So let's go back to this and let's leave that nice lady alone. And let's see. She used to work at Frito-Lay. Now she'll lead AMC's recently announced innovative. Let me zoom in so you can see it better. Let me make sure I can see what you can see. Look, now y'all making words up in the comments. All right, check this out. Kopackin will lead AMC's recently announced innovative initiative to bring nationally renowned AMC's perfectly popcorn to the multi-billion-dollar popcorn industry. So they're going to sell popcorn. They've been talking about that, and now we get to see. Right, you say you appreciate making you learn and laugh. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Shout out to the popcorn lady, but we're gonna leave the jokes alone because we don't know how sensitive she might be. So here we go. She's the chief strategy officer, or she's working with them. Oh yeah, she'll assist the chief strategy officer, which is Mark Pearson, right? And other initiatives to broaden and transform AMC. So this is actually great news, right? This is great news. They want to get into the multi-billion-dollar, which we heard about this before, but we didn't hear about them actually making moves on it until now. Kopackin is going to lead this business. So not only will AMC be making money again, which goes against what they were saying at the Motley Fool. AMC's good news isn't actually all that good, right? Because they were saying that the movie theater business was dying and playing defense since even before the pandemic, even though their first point says they have big box office numbers. It just didn't persist into January, which we found out was a nothing burger and meant nothing. Right? Okay, so now we know they're expanding into the popcorn business, and not only will they make popcorn in the movies where you go and pay concessions where they make most of their money, right? Or a lot of their money from concessions. They also will be selling it so you could buy AMC popcorn outside. So then let's say this. One of the main things that they always say is that you could very well go home and watch Netflix movies or watch Amazon Prime Video movies or whatever. And then, you know what? You're not going to the movies. But now they're setting it up. So let's say that you do watch movies at home. You'll still have the chance to have some AMC popcorn, which is great for their company. That's what I want you to understand and I want you to see. So when we see all of these FUD articles and all these other kind of things, we know what time it is. We got to ignore this kind of FUD and just listen to the facts. Let's ignore the FUD and listen to the facts. That's straight up how we doing it. That's straight up how we getting it. So, family, here's an update. So, I told y'all maybe it was 2 months ago or so, and I was telling y'all that I was having maybe 3 months ago. I don't even know, but I've been having like chest issues. But it seems as though your boy is finally cleared of all of that. Now, I don't bring it up every day because I don't like to be the leader of the pity party, right? If you're having a pity party, I don't really want to be invited, and I don't want to invite you to mine because I always want to grind. You understand? And I want to push it and make things happen even in the face of adversity. So now your boy, I seem to be cleared with all of that stuff. So then your boy, after this, I'm trying to hit the gym for the first time in a very long time. So I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I want to see you over on the Discord so you can learn how to do options and you can learn how to basically win with us and be with like-minded investors, family. So I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Hit the like button on your way out. But if you can't handle the heat of these hot stocks, then stay out of the kitchen and consider investing in index funds. I'll see y'all again. Take care. Thanks for always having my back. One love.